What's up, champ? Hope you're having a great day. Another day, another video. And in this video, I'll break down the basics of nutrition. So I'm going to give you a complete breakdown so you understand what is what, so you don't get confused by the words like calories and macros and micronutrients. So I'm going to make it real simple, because when you know it, you can apply it to your own life. All right? So let's go right into it. There are two types of things that I want to clarify first. It's your macros, which stands for your macronutrients, and you have your calories. We measure our macros in calories. So our macros are your, let's see here. We have our, we go for green. We have protein. We have proteins, we have carbohydrates, I'm just gonna write carbs, and we have our fats. All right? They all play a different part for our human body, right? They all do different things for us. Your carbohydrates, your protein, they help us to grow muscles, and they help us to repair already broken down muscles. So in order for us to grow muscles, get bigger, get stronger, we need protein, all right? We need a sufficient amount of protein. Very, very, very important. You cannot build muscles with only carbohydrates and fat. It's very important that you have that, all right? Protein is also a super important part of your fat loss journey. So make sure to have proper protein. We have carbohydrates, and what do? Carbohydrates is there for energy. So when you're consuming carbohydrates usually get a bad rap, right? They have a really bad reputation because at some point, if you have too much carbohydrates, it becomes insulin, and then that becomes sugar. So we have a thinking that if we eat too much carbohydrates, we're just gonna get fat, but that's not necessarily the truth. We need the carbohydrates. It's a very important part to have a balanced diet. So we need the carbohydrates to get energy, all right? Then we have our fats. The fats is there to absorb, and it helps us also with energy when we don't have enough. When we don't have enough carbohydrates, something happens with the fats and they turn into ketones, and that helps as energy as well. Fat helps us absorb all the micronutrients, all right? So I'm gonna just write that up here also, so we know that we have that also. We have your micro, and what micronutrients is, it's your vitamins and your minerals. So macronutrients, protein, carbohydrates, fats, we measure that in calories. Micronutrients are your vitamin D, vitamin C, B12, etc., and all your minerals. Each of these macros consist of calories, all right? So we have in protein equals 4 calories. 1 gram, let's see here. So 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. Same thing when it comes to your carbohydrates. 1 gram of carbohydrates equals 4 calories. When it comes to fat, however, it's 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. So just be aware of this, all right? So we have our calories. So that's what we measure our macros in. Protein is there to grow and repair our muscles. 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. We use carbohydrates as energy. That's there for having 1 gram equals 4. Fat absorb and energy source, 1 gram equals 9 calories. All right. We also have our micronutrients, which is our vitamins and our minerals. We measure our macros in calories. Now, there is a lot of different foods out there that contains protein, some contains carbs, some contains fat, some contains mixture of both, some contains mixture of these. So we have foods that are in here, that are really high in protein and fats. We have foods that are really high in these parts right here, really high in protein and carbs, and then we have some sources of food that are really high here. All right, so it's not that all food contains only protein and then there is food that only contains this. There is these parts also, but there are definitely some hybrids. And if you want to have a full shopping list, an understanding of what is what, a full shopping list of what is carbohydrates, what is proteins, what contains fat, potatoes, that's what, meat, that's what, tofu, that is what. If you want a full list, a full shopping list, comment the word shopping list here under, and I'm just gonna send it over to you in your DM. And that's pretty straightforward, all right? If you would want some help with this, if you want a shopping list, comment the word shopping list and I'll send it over to you. And remember, as always, buy masters with answers.